All right, everybody, welcome back. It's the game that we've all been waiting for. It's Ball State University versus Miami University, the first seed versus the fourth seed. I cannot wait to get this one underway.
This is going to be a very fantastic match. These two teams have met multiple times in the past few years. Probably one of Miami's biggest competitors, and Miami is one of the only teams that's actually been above Ball State in regular season in the past few years as well. So this is going to be a very interesting game. Granted, the teams are very different than it used to be,
Yes.
but both teams, this should be a very entertaining match. Both I don't know about Ball State, but Miami's been practicing a lot. They 3-0'd, of course, NIU, and Ball State went 3-1 against Buffalo. That one is a little scary for some people at Ball State, but we should be going to getting a map pick here soon. Of course, Ball State being first seed gets first map pick and first ban. So we'll see what they decide to pick. What do you think personally Ball will do?
I think they're going to pick Nepal because I got word that they have picked Nepal.
Oh,
So it's gonna
fantastic.
it's gonna be first map to Nepal. And did you say Reaper? I believe for the ban, and they banned Reaper, which makes a lot of sense. Czar Reaper, the meta we've talked about for a while,
Yeah.
very very strong,
It's
and I can
also
see Ball State not wanting to really play into it.
also a meta that Miami has practiced quite a bit.
Mhm.
Now the only thing open for bans for Miami is of course tank or healer. Don't really know what Miami will pick. I didn't get personally to see the Ball versus Miami match. Unfortunately, was ill that day, so I don't really know what the Miami's current team looks like. So this will be a surprise to me too.
Okay.
But Miami, of course, I've been seeing the whole semester. So I'm interested to see what they decide to ban. Maybe I don't really know, in all honesty.
It is Nepal. Nepal's maps are all really different from each other.
Yeah.
It provides a lot of different things. You think about Shrine, really enclosed, really brawl heavy, and you think Village, a lot of high ground you have to work around, maybe even like divey to just like maneuver on the high grounds. And then you think about Sanctum, which is like more of a poke based map. You have to slowly make your way up to the stairs of that high ground that the point sits at. So it's a very very interesting map just because all 3 points are so unique, so different from each other.
Yeah, there's also the fact that, of course, banning that Reaper kind of throws off Miami's main game plan for a lot of controls. Because realistically, from what I've seen, the past bit in control, a lot of the time it has been that Reaper Zarya with a little bit of switch up depending on the map. Sometimes they switch it up, sometimes they don't. But without the Reaper there, that throws off that sort of a lot of options, especially in those close range areas. But of course, on being our flex DPS player is also not even known for Reaper, not even known for Tracer. He's known for Genji.
Yeah.
He is one of the best Genjis in the conference, in my opinion. So it'll be interesting to see if he decides to pull out or they decide to do what we've been talking about, newer characters. See if they've been practicing that these past few weeks since
Exactly.
OWSS.
Yeah,
So
because
it'll be
the
interesting.
newer flex DPS, we've talked about it so much. It's Echo, it's Sim, and okay, Miami banned Zarya. That's interesting. No, I think
Well,
like
no, it kind of makes
if
sense
they've already
because
banned the Reaper, why not?
it's Pooter.
Yeah, true. So he's just gonna play Ori.
Yeah,
So if you can't play Zar Reaper, we're just gonna play Ori.
his Discord nickname is Orisa One Trick.
Yeah. Okay. Now
So
that makes sense.
granted, he is not, as we've seen in previous games throughout the regular season, but it is the character he is probably the most proficient with on tank. So, of course, not that bad of a character on Nepal either. A little bit weird on the high ground control, just slightly. So we'll see maybe
Yeah.
a switch here and there. But we should be going to games soon. It seems like all players are pretty much ready. This is going to be a very entertaining match. This is probably going to be I probably one of the closer matches of this conference.
Yeah.
So we will see. Of
I mean,
course,
that Akron
the
that
Akron,
Akron OU game was really, really
yeah,
good.
the Akron, that was a really good game there.
It came down to like the last 2 minutes of a push map on map 5. I feel like we're spoiled after that.
Yeah, and of course, the game after this that we will be streaming will be the loser of this game against the winner of
Ooh. The Bowling Green NIU?
winner of BGSU and Akron
Yes.
versus loser of
Okay.
Miami and Ball State University.
Okay.
That'll be now. Of course, we got Ball State over there. Uh, I recognize Bordy, Droid, Alphabet, Otta. Don't really recognize You Can't Ghost. I don't remember him from last
No, you
semester.
can see Ghost, dude. He's been around.
I don't know. I don't recognize his name.
Wow.
And of course, Miami, of course, the one person who joined this semester, Sire, hit scan player on the flex, Pooter Scooter tank, nitrous oxide on the main support, and or I think Alfonso and
Yeah, they
nitrous
both
oxide
switch a lot
switch.
back and forth. I know.
Yeah, and
Because I know
Alfonso
Nitrous
owns
Oxide. I know he plays Lucio. I know he plays Kiri. He plays Ana. He plays Brig. He does a lot, right?
yeah, and we see on the venture. Very interesting considering I don't really know.
Thank you, Alphabet. Give me a 6. And already
Nitrous.
our flex supports are 6-7ing. So that
Yes,
didn't take long.
no, and of
Those are our
course,
players, by the way.
yeah, yeah. And we have Ball State. Both teams going the Ram on the venture. We do see a mirror of the Soj. Very different support comps though.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Ball State are very, very good at this Kiri Lu for speed heavy comp. And wow,
Ooh,
instantly,
going
Bordy
down.
finds the cone of nitrous oxide. Ghost finds the rail
Yeah.
onto Sire. And I mean, that fight was over in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, that was very quick. Yeah, very good there on from the reset. Unfortunately, Otta got that knockoff. But we'll see what Miami decides to do in rebuttal of that. Honestly, that did just feel kind of like positioning. Unfortunately, all 5 members of Miami did go on that left side, and it left You Can't Ghost to have that open lane on the middle and just kind of do pot shots. It allowed him to pick one off, and one just kind of, and of course, one kind of just got melted. We do see a big push here, just ignoring the enemy Ram, but now they're trying to force him out. He's not falling really super low, destroying the TP. Both Ram forms are used. Alfonso falling really low on trying to look for a little bit of a push here on this angle. Unfortunate there. Doesn't really have much. Oh, Otta falling low. Pooter Scooter finds a pick. We'll see if they can capitalize on this, but You Can't Ghost gets Sire on, and Pooter Scooter really low. Already falls though. On trying to look for another angle. Trying to just get some regen here. Seems like he's just gonna try for point capture. I don't know if Miami really want to rush this, but I do believe Otta has come back. Point control does go to Miami, but it is very messy right now.
Yeah, it's really weird because some interesting trades happened during that fight, and Pooter Scooter has a lot of space here, but goes instantly able to take out on that venture. And now Droid just waiting for Pooter Scooter to back up. He takes the TP instantly into the back line of Miami. But
Bordy.
yeah, but Sire gets a great shot on the Bordy, as you said. Ghost almost able to kill Sire. But Droid pops the annihilation. Pooter Scooter kills Alphabet. Ana gets a great boop kill. Nitrous Oxide off the map. And Droid with that annihilation able to burst down Pooter Scooter. It's a lonely Sojourn left alive. He's not going to be alive for much longer.
Ana's still living on point, trying to get some more capture percentage. He does get up to 36. Not too bad of a deficit yet. Ball State did only pop one all. Unfortunately, Miami isn't built up enough yet. That was very. If nice shots I didn't get moved there, it would have been a much different scenario.
Yeah, now this retaking this is so difficult. But it looks like Ball State have learned a little bit, because remember what Pooter Scooter did that last time. He popped forward and just walked at Ball State's backline. So Ball State respecting it a little bit, playing a little bit back, and look at this perfect kite,
nice kite
away from that orbital way of Alfonso.
But unfortunately, they're going to give up control of point perhaps here, which is unfortunate. But they're going to have a quick retake here. Oh, good movement from Alfonso there. Beautiful movement. Unfortunately, Pooter's just getting melted down by Bordy. There goes Alfonso, but Alfonso does get the trade onto Bordy. On falls to Otta. Droid gets Alfonso. Nitrous Oxide kind of just has to just go, and unfortunately, he just kind of has to die. He's a little all there, staggering him quite well.
Yeah, I think that was very well played there from Ball State. They kited the orbital rate perfectly. It got Miami a lot of space. It got them to flip, but Ball State then instantly hit back with overclock and Kitsune Rush, able to win that fight and close it out. It was a great kite and then right attack back. And here we go, Bordy looking to open up this fight with a symbol. Here they go. They're going to be aggressive this time. They're not going to let them go to touch point. Droid already able to kill Nitrous Oxide. The Sound Barrier comes out next. Bordy able to find the final shot onto Sire. And it is somebody of the Miami team is on point. But look at this. Ball State has just zoned the entire Miami team here. They're now going to kill On, who's all by himself on the point. And there's nobody left for Miami to touch besides Pooter Scooter. But he's on 1 health with no help. Ball State looking to take your first point here.
Very unfortunate there for Miami. Unfortunately, a lot of that just came down to the fact, due to Nitrous Oxide getting bopped off so early in his ult, that was the deciding factor of that round, I think. Because it kind of ruined the ult economy of Miami in such a weird way, because then they were forced to try and pop another ult to try and win that fight, and it didn't come out of here.
And Bordy
Nothing
played the
happened.
speedrun game, seeing how quickly he can destroy all of the like little panels that they have in the spaceship there.
It's going to be very interesting considering this point is a lot better for Sem than the last one.
Mhm.
So we will see what both teams decide to do. Buddha Scooter is playing well on the Ram, but in Nitrous Oxide, foregoing that Brig, now we're having a match of the supports. Honestly, I do think Miami will benefit more from this support comp than before.
And the chat, there's a lot of really interesting stuff being said in chat right now. Um, if y'all get any of the references, it is pretty funny, the dialogue between these two teams. Of course, they're rivals, but they know each other well. They've matched up head-to-head
Yes.
so many times. And at the end of the day, we're all friends. There's no actual hate in
New
this
King Ghost
rivalry.
finds Sire, but then Buddha Scooter finds
Wow.
a trade on New King Ghost. Alphabet does find On, though, winning the duel on the flank side. It doesn't seem that Buddha Scooter's getting close to falling. He doesn't really have much. But if they can melt down Droid falling super low, but he does get healed up. Alfonso really has to get out of that corner. Oh, that kinetic or that vortex was so strong there. Buddha Scooter just kind of have to back up holding his right click. On does go onto that Sem to match, and now we have a pretty even here. I will say, Miami's team is slightly better character-wise. Freya is a better, can counter Soj a lot easier, but it all depends on what hit shots he can hit.
Yeah, but it all depends on the players in the Soj versus Freya matchup, definitely. It's not something as one-sided as maybe a Freya versus Ashe matchup, as you might think, guys. Already a lot of space taken here by Miami, but Ghost has a great off angle here, and he's just able to slide. Oh, he misses! Okay, he gets back up.
You can jump up there.
I forgot about that.
I forgot there's a little lip there.
Yeah, anyways, nobody dead yet. And Ghost is back playing down mate now, but Droid really won! But Buddha Scooter oversteps by one singular step, Sander. He gets absolutely melted.
There's
the
B
Kitsune
coming
rush.
out to
They're trying to play in it, but the sound barrier in response from Ball State makes that Kitsune rush almost completely invalidated as 52% and ticking. Ball State won another fight.
Ball State there only popped really one ult. Miami also, though, only popped one ult, but they don't really have many built up. And I will say, unfortunately, I do believe Bordy on the Sem is slightly better than on the Sem. On, I know, hasn't really played Sem all that much, but he is a great flex DPS player, so he can make it work. And the unfortunate part here is that Ram Sem is kind of just hoping which Sem can burst down the Ram quicker. If here it is, On getting run at immediately, falling over, Kitsune Rush. That's the unfortunate part. It was really unfortunate that Nitrous Oxide popped Kitsune Rush there like a little instant before Buddha Scooter was already dead. It's because now they didn't have it to match Alphabet. And that's pretty much a lost fight instantly with all the damage coming out.
Yeah, and it looked like Ball State, what they did there is they noticed that the backline of Miami was just a little bit too far forward. Jordan's able to take advantage of that, use that Ravenous Vortex, and just kill the backline. Buddha Scooter trying to use his ult to live. Buddha Scooter has to touch, but there's just too much damage coming out from the side of this Ball State team. Ghost is trying to hunt down On with his overclock. The sound barrier does come out from Alfonso. Droid finally able to kill On. Alfonso's next to fall. Nitrous Oxide, Keepies, and Suzu's in, but there is nobody left alive, and Ball State do take your first map.
That was very well played by Ball State. Miami unfortunately had a few too many mistakes in the I believe the macro there. Too many ults that were just timed wrong, and too many times that Buddha Scooter was just caught out way too early by Bordy on the Symmetra. And, yep, unfortunately there. I'm gonna be honest, if he didn't fall there, I think round one may have gone to Miami because they did have two more ults built up at the end there. If they would have won that fight and won the next one, it could have steamrolled into a point when maybe map 3 would have been different. Not map 3, point 3, but we'll know. But now we have to figure out what map each Miami decides to pick here, and we will see then. But I don't know about bans because I'm gonna be honest. Now that Symmetra's been played on Ilios,
It
not
might
Ilios,
it might
but on
just
Control,
be a sim ban for Miami.
maybe, but Sem is also very map dependent.
That's true.
Because I definitely do feel that there is some maps where just like it's not a good pick. Like there's a lot of times, like of course Kings Row pretty good because you can get that
A
TP
lot of
in the
those
background.
escorts and hybrids, it's pretty good for.
Yeah, but like other than that, I don't really think Sem will be really played all too often. And besides that, I don't really think it was all. It definitely wasn't team comp that Miami lost that game for. It was just slight macro mistakes and timing. It definitely felt like Pooter said, "Okay, let's go in," and then 2 seconds later, then the pop happened.
Yeah.
Then the ability came out to go in. It was just a little bit too delayed on parts, and they didn't time it. or maybe Pooter was a little just too overzealous on going in, like hitting W key, running it down. And unfortunately, Ball State was just able to adapt to that quicker than Miami was.
Yeah, it's also the one fight that that second fight that Miami won, where Peter Scooter walked past Droid and walked straight at the back line of Ball State. For a second, I thought Ball State were living it, but Peter Scooter was able to create so much space, that initial push through, that it really gave Miami's hit scan a lot of flexibility, a lot of places to position, a lot of room to work with. Essentially,
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to say. So even though Peter Scooter overextended himself a little bit in that fight, since he was able to get that initial burst of space, it actually allowed for a Miami fight win. So it is about finding that balance of trying to be quick with it, trying to give your team room to work with, but then also waiting for your team to be ready.
It is also the fact, like I said, the Sem is the big thing, really messing Pooter Scooter up
Mhm.
in a lot of these fights. It's just the amount of damage that Sem can really be focusing on the tank. Now, map pick, we do have Saravasa. Makes sense. Probably the best map Miami has in their pocket. I calculated since Saravasa came out. I went back and looked at all the VODs. 92% win rate.
Wow.
It's a very good map for Miami and one they are very comfortable playing. So this makes sense for them. But we will see how Ball State responds, because I don't think it's a bad map for Ball State either. They play pretty well on it from what I remember from some VODs. But it should be interesting. I don't suspect a Sem ban on this map in particular.
Probably
So
not. This isn't the biggest sim map. This is usually this is a map where we put maybe we play ball here sometimes. Queen's good here. Ram maybe even.
there'll
Um
probably be I suspect another Ramir most
yeah,
likely.
probably.
Maybe Pooter on the Orisa. That the only I feel like the only reason Pooter didn't play Orisa there is because he suspected the strength. No,
Okay.
Miami banned Ram. Okay,
So
we
do you
might
think
see
he's
the Orisa.
forcing then the Orisa 1v1, the Orisa
The only
matchup?
thing is that if Bordy decides to do the switch on to Sem, I felt like that
Mm,
was the only reason Pooter didn't play Orisa. Besides the fact that Ram is just ridiculously good right
mm.
now, that he didn't switch to Orisa on the second point, or even on the first, was because it is a beam character in the form of Sem. But we will see what both teams decide to do. Wait for Ball State's ban here. They'll want to ban. I mean, nothing really gave them any trouble, in my opinion. Maybe banning a support if they don't want to deal with it, like a Wuyong.
Yeah.
I feel like Wuyong's a pretty common ban on
Although
Sarabasa.
Ada loves playing Wu Gang. So I think
Yeah,
matter of fact we'll be rolling out on the Kiri Wu Gang, if I'm honest. So I don't think you'd want to ban that. What we could ban is I could see maybe a target ban at on, so like taking out a Genji from the game maybe. If we
some
want to play maybe more tracer heavy comp for a flex DPS.
yeah, true. But now that Zarya and Reaper is back open,
That's true.
they might roll with that because it is a
Yeah.
comp that we have played before. One that honestly into a Sem. I don't really know you guys will play on tank wise. Going to be honest, but into if they decided to do the same DPS and healer comp, it's not that bad a thing to go play into. And not only that, but they're the reason why they're so good at Surfasa is because the
Okay.
okay, Ball
That
State
makes
ban
sense.
Venture. That honestly not a bad ban. Granted, I don't think it caused too many problems for Ball State on besides the first point. Also because I don't really know he playing Venture all that much.
Yeah.
And then of course he kind of got forced onto the Sem just because Sem's broken.
Yeah, Venture is really, really good right now. We've seen him be played a lot
Yes.
earlier today.
I think pretty much every team has played him that we've
Yeah,
watched. It's one time.
and Bordy, he doesn't play the Venture a lot. He likes to stick with his more traditional flex DPS, the ones that the ones that everybody
Tr-
knows. The
tr-
Tracer, the Genji, the Echo, right?
yeah,
The Pharah even
traditional
too.
as he played Sem.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah. Traditional minus him, I
Traditional.
get. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah.
Traditional plays Sem. Last semester, traditional plays Torb.
Oh, our black roster loves playing Venture. We have a Venture player. We have a player that we like made learn Venture and he's gotten pretty good at it now. I'm very, very, very curious to see what comps they roll out on here because
Yep.
probably the
I
Czar Reaper, as you said, though.
Czar Reaper, maybe the Orisa comes out. Yep, there it is. Czar Reaper Soj. Droid
Whoa.
on Monkey?
Monkey Sim Freya. I mean, this caught me off guard. I'm going to be honest. This caught me off guard.
It is Lucio Wuyong, kind of like you said.
And Alphabet is faking the auto. And Alphabet is faking the wooing. Trust me, Alphabet is not a wooing player. So I saw that from a
I
mile
think he's
away.
just talking about Miami because I'm gonna be honest, our bottled water here is like the Dasani of bottled water.
That's funny.
It is.
Muncie
It, it,
water. Muncie water is pretty bad. Muncie water is pretty bad.
yeah,
Yeah, here we go. The
a little bit of
Tracer
a
monkey.
dive with the hybrid there. Unfortunately, on Reaper.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Droid is already
And I mean-
nearly dead.
I mean, how is that fair?
Let us be reminded in the trailer for this game, Monkey wrecked Reaper instantly.
It's true. This might be you use your jump pack to go back to spawn.
Beautiful.
Whoa!
That's what I love. Nitrous Oxide has one of the good right there. Nitrous Oxide has one of the best aims I've ever seen on a Kiri player.
I haven't seen my aim.
His hit. I checked his stats for the season. I went back and checked. His headshot accuracy is 60%.
It's pretty good.
I mean, at least for when he's plays Kiri.
Exactly. Yeah,
obviously.
when he's playing Kiri. Yeah.
It is a
Oh!
like that. He can hit shots that just don't make sense. Granted, that hitbox is a little strange.
Yeah, it's true.
So of course, Miami already at 43% because Ball State really hasn't had a super big fight.
Yeah.
On trying to get out. He does get the bubble to fully escape. Oh, I think. Yep, On wants to take this fight here. There's not much Droid can do there. He was a little too aggressive. He didn't realize On was going to go for the re-engage.
Yeah, George was just trying to pre-fight stage and just because he's playing into that Reaper, it's
Does he
so
switch?
hard for him.
Yep,
He's
there it
instantly going to
is.
swap over to the Zarya, and that's no surprise at all.
2 deaths is enough.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't do it sooner, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think he wanted to try just because if you look at the back line, Soldier and Lucio Kiri, not that bad to dive into, but unfortunately it's just too much. Do they get the touch?
We
Why is
did,
it
yes.
overtime? What? Oh, they got a touch at like 90. I forgot. As long as you get a touch, they just...
Oh, Bordy misses the second touch, though. Oh, no.
Well, first point goes to Miami, but unfortunately I think Miami's kind of getting melted down right now. Does Droid get picked off? I think Miami's just going to try backing up. Yep, very nice there. Because unfortunately, it's going to take a... Actually, where is capture point? What in the world? Oh yeah, it's closer to their spawn. I forgot how flashpoint worked. This isn't
Ball
COD.
State.
This isn't COD, Ghost. You don't have to hold the angle.
They do get to back up into this, so they do have that advantage of starting defense, making Miami push into them. But let's see, it's the Kitsune rush that comes out first from Alphabet, and Bordy's able to find a kill, but On finds a trade in Alphabet. It's a nice Death Blossom, which actually takes out Droid. It's a 3v3 now. Bordy left alive trying to find something, but Alfonso finds that Lucio diff, and Bordy just has to run for his life as Alphabet, Droid, they're all back in the spawn room.
On another note, it does sound like Miami has made it to Grand Finals.
It does sound like that, doesn't it?
They made a reverse sweep because they lost the first tag team series. So very good for the Miami Smash team there, but we are still in this Overwatch grind. Big grab coming out, trying to just melt down Droid. Beat comes out. They still melt down Droid. The Reaper. Unfortunate there. Otta did pop the ult. Now they only have Bordy with the Pulse Bomb. Granted, Miami only has Soj ult as well. And Droid, honestly, I do think he can build the grab before the end of this map at this point.
Yeah, he can definitely get that grab very soon. Very smart from Pooter Scooter. Literally just blocking off the healing, and wow, it's going to be an instant attack
that's the only one with
from Pooter Scooter. And I mean, On actually just straight up kills Bordy off of it. So Miami, once again, they're going to back off to point and make Ball State attack into them. And as you said, Droid still doesn't have that grab yet. The only ult they have is that Pulse Bomb. But here we go.
Tracer
Ball
is
State
back looking for it.
Here we go. This is their last chance now to fight for this point. Bordy does get the
Pulse
touch.
one
The
goes out.
Pulse barely missed, but it forces the Sire to slide. But
gets
Sire,
one. Pooter Scooter
huge
destroyed.
overclock, kills Ghost.
He gets a
The
second.
grab doesn't find a lot. 4 members now down for Ball State, and Miami takes the second point.
Yep, very good ult there from Sire. One of the better ones I've seen all season. He manages to get one out right as the grab comes out. Only hits On. On does fall because of it. By then, 2 people were down, and that was it. Now, Pooter Scooter already have 50% ult charge. Honestly, I've been told multiple times by Pooter, when you get ult on Zarya, throw it. Because if you can build more grabs than the other Zarya, you've already won. And now we have Alphabet here doing a little bit of healing. It does seem like we're matched up now
Whoa.
on comps. Ooh, falling really low. You can't Ghost. Have to play this very safe. does seem like they're going to want to rotate here around the point. On that little bottom angle, trying to put in some pressure. There goes the Wraith from Bordy. Having On has the Death Blossom. He is looking for an angle. It's going to be very, very interesting, though, because Ada can't. That boop is the only thing that can really ruin him. Yep, he's walking forward, falling low. Yep, there's the boop. He might go for it immediately again. Consider Rush comes out from both sides. That's what you want to do. You want to match. You can't. Ghost gets on. Alfonso gets droid, though. Hoota Shooter gets Bordy. Miami is up.
Yeah, Ghost able to find one trade at least for Ball State, but the rest of their team has to just back up, not wanting to reset, not wanting to die, and make it take even longer to go back.
They could have gone that if only that Droid didn't fall first. Droid falling there first is really unfortunate.
Yeah, he just got unfortunately trapped into a corner, and Alphabet wasn't able to heal him. Hooter Scooter, as you said, pops that grab instantly,
right
able to kill Bordy with it. Droid's dead as well, and Miami once again just gonna run through this Ball State team.
This is why Miami is so good. They hold the tempo. They use ult, and like how you see here, they're just holding this one core. Not even gonna want to let them touch. There's not much. Like On will probably wait until he hears the Lucio coming. Yep, there it is.
Pop the Blossom with the bubble. It doesn't kill anybody, but Droid is gonna fall eventually.
But you can't Ghost finds Nitrous Oxide. That's really unfortunate. And I think the Lucio is on point. 40 falls though, and then the bead comes out. It's only the bead comes out from Ada to try and contest. But he's getting melted. Droid is going to come back on the ball, though. Do they get another retouch? They do. Another touch. Oh, my goodness.
Droid's
stagger touches.
Now.
Oh, Alfonso's falling really low, though. The ult comes out from Sire, just melting him down. Oh, my God, Bordy exploded. And that is a 3-0 on Servasa to Miami. Kind of not really expected, but in line with what Miami is good at. They are really good at getting a tempo, controlling the tempo of the games, going at their own speed, and they control it.
Yeah, 2-0 for Ball State on control, then Miami flips the tables right back around and 3-0s them on Flashpoint. So really good map from them. Here's the overclock you talked about from Sire. There's the second kill.
Yeah, him getting You Can't Ghost that early was very good. A very nice game there. Granted, that is Miami's best map, so it was not expected, but it was seen. Very nice there from both teams. Granted, I will say Ball did have some great moments.
Yeah.
Especially on that first point. They were smart. They switched off the Winston, which honestly, if they could have won that first point too. They just swapped off a little earlier.
And I think that now, if I'm Ball State, I'm picking Kings and I'm banning Czar. I think that is a logical plan of action here.
Yeah, because we are, I believe Miami banned Czar on first. So yeah, they can still ban Czar as well. And then I don't really know what. Will Miami ban Sem then? That might be their play.
That's definitely not a bad option. Yeah.
That way,
if we ban Czar, then yeah.
Yeah, that would probably be the most likely situation if we go to Kings. I don't really know if they want to go to any maps currently, but now that Reaper is still perma open, once Czar is off the ban table, it's comfort zone for Miami until the rest.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is that as we saw, they're I don't know if you saw the comfortability they had with that Reaper Czar because they practiced it so much because it was the only thing being played for like 8 weeks. So be very interesting to see. Don't really know what map is yet. Probably Ball is talking about that game.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot that they have to really change up, and the way they can approach it is many different ways. Is the first thing you have to look at is how is this our Reaper able to do this to us when we can't to them. And I think it does come back to that tempo. They got tempo really early, built an ult advantage so quick, and Ball State was never able to recover. Every single time they were down on ultimates, even if Miami used some, Ball State just couldn't find the ultimates to really combat what Miami was bringing to the table. And they just used that, kept building ultimates quicker, kept keeping their tempo very quick, and just held Ball State so easily.
Very nice there from Miami. Ball State probably going to reconfigure. Honestly, very smart of them to ban the Reaper the first, because I'm going to be honest, if we had the ability to either run Reaper Ram or Reaper Zarya there, first point probably would have ended a little differently. So Reaper is without a doubt probably, like we said earlier, top four flex DPS right now.
Right now.
It's definitely up there in strength. So see what the ban is. I'm gonna assume the Czar ban is happening from
yeah, Ball. I feel like it has to be.
Because, I mean, it did kind of cause a little bit of a rollover. Granted, that also has to do with the fact that because Droid stayed on Winston for so long, it allowed Pooter to build 2 graphs where he could only get 1. That is the issue with not going starting the Zarmira, is you just have an ult disadvantage the entire game.
Yeah.
It's the other Zarya.
Either not going to Zarmir or not. I think the other big problem for Ball State there was that Ram was actually banned as well.
That too.
So that maybe Droid would have been more comfortable on the Ram into that Zar, but since we couldn't,
Yeah.
we really tried something by starting on the Monkey, but that instantly got shut down, obviously.
Granted, it would be really hard for Droid to really capitalize on anything with his step with his Nemesis, just because he would have to block most of the time because he would give
Yeah.
so much charge to the Zarya, and then also, of course, the Reaper would just be standing in front of him, like shooting him for free.
Yeah.
Crazily, it'd be like the original strat when Ram came out, where he's like one punch, block for 10 seconds, because you just play corners. You just poke, shooting, and then block, poke, shooting, block, and you just wait for your DPS to. That was very good from both teams. That was kind of not super entertaining in some ways.
It was there. Both maps so far have been pretty big roles. I'll be honest.
Both sides been pretty big roles. Granted, very smart on the ball pick from you guys, because of course that was not one. Because just like everyone else, we only played Lijiang
Yeah, true.
the entire regular season. So we will see what both teams decide to do. We have map pick yet. Apparently, we got some bathroom breaks for some pumps. Small break here. Oh, okay, never mind. I got told no.
I think actually we might get what's happening pretty soon here, but in the meantime, I mean, we can just talk about more. If Ball State does pick Kings Row and does choose to ban the Zara as we've both predicted, as let's see, it's Rudasapi.
Rudasapi.
Okay, so not Kings Row.
That is very interesting. Granted, that is also a map that Miami's pretty well good at, but granted, Ball State is equally as good at it. It is a really good map for both teams because it's one that pretty much both teams practiced extensively when it came out. So we will see what both teams decide to run. I do maybe expect Ball to throw out something weird like Ball. Ball will play Ball. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we are Ball State. You never know. If we do play Ball though, we'd have to sub in our ball player.
That too. So yeah, they probably won't be going for that. It will probably be a Ram mirror again, because I don't know if Miami will want to, especially if they ban Czar. But if they ban Czar here and they go to King,
then it's like that's just a lost map. Then
that's a lost map at that point. I feel.
I mean, yeah, having to King's Row. If someone's playing Czar Reaper, the team that's gonna win is the team that has the better Czar Reaper. And at the moment, I don't think it's Ball State. There's no way. So
we probably won't see the Czar ban here. Maybe I don't really know what they will ban. Maybe a support. I don't know what Miami will ban. Miami might ban Ball.
I mean,
it's banned for you guys first, so it all depends on you guys.
Yeah, that's true. We could straight up ban the Kiri too and play more of like a Bap Lucio, Wing Lucio, not Wing Lucio, sorry, like Bap Lucio.
That won't be all too bad because Kiri, while not
Brig almost too.
While not Nitrous Oxide's strongest character, is one of his stronger.
Yeah.
Granted, he is equally good at BAP because that is the character he actually started on, I believe. He was a BAP on a main for a long time. So that is a character he's quite proficient at. I don't really know if the Miami has practiced with a BAP like Lucy or a BAP Wuyong at all, really. Bans still... Oh, probably a big decision, honestly, bans for this map. Because now that it's 1-1, this is actually a series now.
Really big map, yeah.
Whoever wins this, it's like now we're one off, and then at that point, it's like fire lit under pretty much both teams. See what happens, because people don't understand. Morale is a big thing in this.
Oh yeah, momentum especially.
Momentum as well. Like if once you lose it, I felt that way when Buffalo lost. I'm like, man, for losing first map to Buffalo as a Ball must have been like how. I was just sitting there getting their heads a little bit, but they managed to they managed to just 3-0 sweep the rest of them. So I'm like,
Yeah,
must not bother them too much.
I think they were just like trying to settle in everything, and
They woke up from a nap.
yeah, no, exactly. Something was off. They just had to like fix their monitor. I don't know. But yeah, once they figured it out, they rolled the rest of the map, I assume, and now we're here, the 1 seed versus the 4 seed, and whoever wins this, remember, does get to face off against Ohio in the grand final or the
Uh,
winners finals.
winners finals and then losers finals, which I don't believe we. Yeah, we do we stream.
I don't think that's today.
We
No,
don't
no, no.
stream losers. We stream a losers semi, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, we lose.
Yeah.
We play. Yeah, we stream the game between the two teams in the bottom bracket right now against whoever loses this game.
Exactly.
So and then that will lead into the losers finals and winners finals for tomorrow. Don't really know. I can't remember exactly what time we're doing that and where. Can't exactly remember. Mostly because I really only signed up for today, but apparently I don't really know of any of the Miami casts by me and my buddy.
Oh no.
Sure, I might be going tomorrow.
We'll,
And of
we'll see, I
course,
guess.
finals is a thing. And I don't have to work on the project. Paper.
That's good to hear. And we
Double
still
space in that.
don't have a ban, which is really interesting. I mean,
Lots
they
of thoughts
picked
going
Matt.
from your
What is up with my team right now? Like, why have we not banned anybody yet? This is insane.
They are waiting.
I mean, I'm out of things to think of. We could play a more wavelength, I guess. You said? Bracket. Okay, yeah, we could put the bracket again. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea actually. You can see what happened because words kind of, unless you've seen like the bottom of the screen here, words don't really explain all too much. So we'll pull the bracket for Brian. Mines? I mean, I don't expect them to beat Kent because we saw from there Kent played very well. Of course, Akron beat BGSU. Not that big of a surprise. Akron was playing extremely well. They did lose one map, and of course Miami beat NIU 3-0. Honestly, not a huge surprise, but I said at least lose one map on them because I believe we did in the series regular season. And of course, the crazy match we had, Ohio versus Akron, going over Akron. So right now, this is all. I mean, the top 4 seeds are in the quarterfinals, and then of course we will be streaming match 9. And I think we stream. Yeah, match 9 will be the last stream we do
Of tonight, yes.
of tonight, and then I believe match 12 will be streamed by the main stream for the last one.
Okay. And BSU, that's what it is. So BSU subbing out a player. So they're putting in Noah for Droid, of course, is going to be the sub that they're doing.
Player.
Yes, our ball player, yes.
Yay!
So what that means is
Puda's premonition came true.
what that means is we'll ban a tank to protect, of course, them banning ball because if we have our ball player and we're gonna want to play ball.
What tank do you think they'll ban?
So probably Orisa. They're either gonna ban Zarya. If they ban Zarya, they'll be wasting it here instead of Kings. And if they ban Orisa, not only do they take away Pooter Scooter's comfort pick, but they also pick someone who's a character that's really good in the ball.
I mean, we say Pooter Scooter's comfort pick is he started with Ram.
I mean, yeah, but
Granted, he
the Ram on Ram matchup, Droid versus Pooter. Let me tell you, it's not Pooter winning that one. You saw the first map. You saw the first map, dog.
and I saw the second round. I will say it wasn't as much Droid as it was Brody.
Okay, sure. Sure.
Just holding left click, just water spray gun the entire time. Pooter couldn't really do much, but we will see what the bands decide to be. Orisa is probably the most likely, just because it is Pooter Scooter's comfort. It is, I think, character he usually likes to play on this. However, if Miami decides to be weird, because they've done this before, they might just ban Kiri themselves
Okay.
and play
We would like that, by the
Monkey Brig
way.
Ana.
On Rudasapi, that's a crazy Rudasapi
They
comp.
they full pushed it against
Oh yeah, against 2.
was it Ohio? Yeah, Ohio.
Oh, that's a bit impressive then, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, they just pulled that out of their hat. Granted, I think it was during scrims, not official.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
so it was like not as tense for a lot of them. They were trying out new comps, like like a monkey on a break on Rudasapi.
That just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. But
I mean, I guess
Outlander picks
Nitrous
have worked.
Oxide is him. I mean, I guess.
Outlander picks have worked.
Yeah, that's true.
But they might, I don't know, they might pull something out of their hat. If the Orisa does get banned, that might throw people off. So we will see. Anything could happen. We'll see. Because Pur does have a pretty wide tank pool. Same with both our supports, and of course on kind of has free reign to really pick whatever he wants at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Really know what he will go with, and of course Sire being able to play that Soj and Freya so well. We will see. Still waiting for the bans though. Waiting for, of course.
Insane, by the way. Insane. Like, what is my team doing right now? Oh, there's a tech issue too. Okay. Yeah, maybe we should have put it to a break about 10 minutes ago. It's too late now. I mean, it's too late at this point. But I think we can just play some wavelength. I think. Okay. So you want to close your eyes? I'll think of a number.
Yep.
We'll go with this one. All right, you can open your eyes.
Okay. Decent mythic skins.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say Soj.
I think it's 4, but I think you might think 7.
Okay.
Somewhere higher. So
I'd say stick with your gut.
Okay. How about this?
Okay.
Mythic weapons.
Oh, okay. I don't really know. I only know 2 of them. I only know 3. I know there's Cass, there's Kira, there's Ana. Oh, Ryan has one, right?
Yeah, Ryan has one. Widow has one. Ashe has one. And
okay.
First, I think you said Kiri.
Yeah. I'll say Widows. Last question.
Okay. Flex support heroes in today's meta.
Okay. See, that's a really good question. Okay, I have to run. Oh, yeah. Zenyatta. I mean, well, think about it. Who would actually be one?
Mercy.
Okay, that's a main support.
So 2.
That's a main support.
If it heals, it's a main support. I don't.
So
if it heals, it
so
heals.
Mercy's a main support. Yeah, you're right. It's a 2 though. I said Zen because I think Alari would be 1.
Alari's better than Zen.
No. Alari's terrible.
The only thing Zen has is Discord. That's it.
Yeah, at least that's something.
And Alari has a nuke button.
I mean,
and Pylon is actually kind of crazy if you don't shoot it.
When has Captive Sun ever been good?
Do you remember season 10?
Above gold rank. Let me clarify.
Do you remember season
10? No, I didn't play in season 10. So no, I don't actually.
Season she came out because it. I don't think you understood this. The actual sun did the same amount of damage it does now, but the explosion did consecutive damage depending on how much you hit. So the explosion happened multiple times depending on how many people you hit.
Oh, interesting.
So instead of doing like the 50 damage or like 80 damage from just the explosion as they're hitting them again, it'll multiply that by how many times you hit
people. I mean, that's just kind of funny. I mean, the explosion like kills anyway. I feel like at this point.
Yeah, at this point it does. Granted, if you pop Suzu, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's true. And the other thing with it is there's so much that can eat it. Sig Suck, Diva DM. Ori spin.
Just tanks.
Like, yeah, on
Tanks as a
ironically.
role just
Yeah.
counter Alari.
Yes, truth.
Still waiting for tech issues to be finished up to go into map 3 of this very exciting series.
Yep, it was exciting about half an hour ago. Um,
Once again, we are reaching 8 p.m. Start our 4th game. 6:30.
as you can see, we're slightly going to say Super Smash Bros. Guys have finished up. So yeah, they thought they'd be here till 1 a.m. But it's actually us that are going to be here till 1 a.m. So I do think I am going to throw it to a quick break because I feel like at this point I don't know when this tech issue is going to be solved, and I don't see it being solved very soon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw it to a quick break. Oh my gosh, never mind. We banned Zarya. We did something.
Winners or losers?
Let's go.
We're winners?
And they banned Sim in response. That
I thought we lost.
makes a lot of sense. Okay. That's really good to hear. Did you hear the bans?
Yeah, Zarya for you guys. Don't know
Sim for you guys.
why. Yes, that made sense. Wait. What? Why?
You waste your Sim ban. But it's alright, we wasted our Zar ban.
As I say, you guys, I feel like your ban waste was a lot worse than ours.
Yeah, because they're just Scooter's just gonna play Orisa now.
Yeah.
Into our ball. Uh-oh.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah.
Have fun, droid.
I feel like I should like be not like actually like me should be up there, but like because you're like giving me insider information, but I'm giving you insider information.
Well, at
but
this point, it doesn't matter. They're already facing each other. It's not like we can just DM them like, they're gonna do this.
I actually should have. Wait, hold on.
They can't do that.
No, so like it's funny because like obviously neither of us can like run over to the student center and tell them what to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're in like a building
Yeah.
6 to 7 minutes away from them. There's also the fact that the stream is on a delay.
Yeah.
So the people there at the building because I'm guessing this stream is on the big TV at the building because this is the higher seeded match, I believe. So it is there, but it's because it's delayed. They can't tell them anything.
Yeah, that would be it would also be like what's the word, like immoral. I
Plus,
think.
if both teams did their jobs and VOD reviewed,
yeah, no, that's
other
a good
teams,
point. That's a good
they would
point.
know this stuff already.
If you looked at his Discord profile, it says he's an Ori one trick, and you're playing ball.
Well, not just that. If you literally go to any of the matches we have stored on YouTube or Twitch, it's like, oh, he's good at this character.
Yeah.
Wow. It's also like his most played character. So if you even have him friended or know him at all, like, it's not secret knowledge.
I'm getting the thumbs up, so I think we got some R's. I think we got some prod R's in the chat, and I think we get to see some Rudasapi action. Oh, it's been so long.
It's been like
since we've been able to watch Overwatch.
It's already 8.
I hate filling.
We're in.
All right, so Booter Scooter Orisa, Noah Ball, 3-2-1.
Most likely.
Unless Anna Brig Winston.
Dude, I honestly threw that out there. I don't know if they really did that or not. It would be funny though.
I mean, on Esperanza, it makes sense.
Yeah, because that was a higher dive ability. This one, not really. I just threw that out there because I'm just like, what's a random comp that makes 0 sense on Rudasapi? That one. Yeah. Okay. Yep, there's the ball.
Yep, and there's the Orisa.
And
Judo Brig. This is very standard stuff from both sides.
Brig. I don't know how I feel about that.
The Judo Brig makes sense.
Judo Brig makes sense, yes. Grant, yeah, they don't really want to play
especially with Ori.
Bordy.
Your Ori doesn't really need the Lucio speed.
No, not really.
4,
I don't think the ball needs it either, but okay.
1.
Yeah, so we have heavy dive there. Good thing about playing Brig. One of the bigger counters, and of course On will be playing that little bit of a disabler role. Probably will be annoying Mono quite a lot. And we are going into this first fight here in a few moments.
Yeah, so now Manoa already looking for a roll through slam, and it does hit the Brig, but he gets stunned, instantly stunned. I couldn't even
tell those falls immediately. They're just ignoring the ball at this point. Beautiful from On, good disruption, and also beautiful picks. They played that so well. That was so well played from Miami. They saw them on the flank. Pooter hit a spear, ran past, kept going, and they just kind of ignored the ball and the tracer, and then the only person to turn around was On and Disruption them.
Yeah, so it's the first fight win there for Miami. They're already gonna be at 19 meters and ticking. Noah swaps off the ball, swaps onto the Ram. Ram is also something he is really, really good at. His two best heroes are the ball and the Ram, of course.
Got speared once, he's like, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that makes a lot of sense. They're now gonna go toe-to-toe with Ghost just on this off angle, but here's the thing. The brawl is probably a little bit better from the side of Miami because they have that Juno break back. The Juno can
Cyrus, be careful here.
Bordy
Bordy is really good on that tracer. You can't Ghost find On. I don't know if oh, nice
good
shot
to
there.
Ghost.
That was far away. Honestly, would be in the best bet of Miami just to build some all charge and fall over.
Yeah, and here we go. It's an instant TK there for Ball State. Ghost able to find 3 kills after everything is said and done, and they're going to do a really quick job now of getting that robot up, turned around, and see how quickly they can close in that 36 meter gap.
Unfortunately, it was a little bit of mistake of confrontation between Miami's DPS and Balls. It would have been better if On went over onto Bordy, and then it was a 1v1 of Ghost and Sire. But, of course, this is still the beginning of the game, only about 2 minutes in. Let's see how they decide to do. Pooter misses his spear, does get control of the bot. Bordy being an annoyance, as a Tracer should be doing.
Yeah, Noah just has to give up a lot of space there because Peter's just
41,
forcing him off.
what
No,
a
40 isn't able to live the Venture. Venture's just so good at Tracer on him to kill Sire. Finds the railhead shot into Ada, but Alfred actually pops this kitsune rush, trying to keep Noah up, but he just doesn't have enough healing. Alfonso's able to kill him in the end. Ghost and Alfred are going to die on cart to get that reset in, and Miami win the 3rd fight here.
It's very lucky Alphabet didn't do that when Aisha's had his. That would have been a very bad situation. Now they may have a little bit of fight. Bordy going out to the Echo, like you said. Echo's a very good character now. Haven't really seen it at all, the games we've streamed today. So we'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, and especially if they're playing...
Oh!
Well, how is Noah already dead?
It must have misplaced his shield and a right click from Sire in the same shot. And unfortunately, it does seem like you can't Ghost pop OC there too, but it can't get any room because Bordy fell, or Noah fell over. I keep saying.
All good, and yeah, Venture is so good at Tracer, it makes sense that Bordy would want to swap off that Tracer and actually go on Echo. A little more favorable Flex DPS matchup there as On now trying to still look for this Echo, trying to hunt him down. You can see Ghost now trying to live. He does look like a sound barrier after he pops Overclock. Pooter not able to live even with the healing from the Kitsune Rush. On now looking for a trade. Ghost is going to be able to kill him. Sire able to trade out Ghost, but Miami doesn't have their take up, and Ball Station's going to run through that.
Very nice tracking there from Bordy with the laser. Very unfortunate there. They try to keep Pooter Scooter up. They did use the Suzu, but they just couldn't give him enough support to get that Kitsune rush off in time, just because of the amount of damage coming in. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't mean that was 3 ults from Miami. They did get halfway and a little bit more. So but they have to play this very cautiously and try and force out some ults. They can get Manoa out and pop a beat and get away. Oh, very unfortunate there from On. Manoa does find him, but Pooter Scooter finds 2 on the back line because Manoa was just dealing with On that entire time.
Yeah, and Pooter Scooter's now just going to run down Alphabet. He's got nowhere to go. There's nobody to TP to.
His aim is so good on that character.
And yeah, even though Noah was able to kill the ulting Venture of On, it didn't matter because Pooter Scooter just killed his entire backline.
Here's the only issue is that your guys, Ball State is coming up on 3 ults. Miami doesn't really have any. They have to play this very cautiously. And they have to try and get the bottom. Yep, they backed up, trying to get a full regroup. Now they're going to try again to go in a little bit. Yep, has to back up on that. Versus copy does come out. Don't really know if they'll make anything of it. The ult does come out. Bordy does get Pooter Scooter with it. And then does pop the Terra Surge with the copy. Noah has ult still. Don't think he'll pop it though. Don't really need it all too much. Yep, all Miami just rushes in and dies. Now they have a little bit more ult charge to work with. But Ball State is coming up still on about 3 ults.
And very important to notice, Sire and Nitrous Oxide both got far spawns there. Because they're just now respawning and the bot has passed that halfway
Granted,
point.
they're 2 of the fastest characters in the game, but
Yeah.
you don't want to waste that TP on Kiri and get stuck in a bad position.
Exactly. And now, yeah, 3 ults for Ball State compared to maybe one, maybe two ults there for Miami, maybe a third if Nitrous Oxide can get that kitchen save. But Noah instantly hunts down on. He's able to pop Nemesis for him and live. So much healing
comes out
from
from
Alphabet. And he's just trying to see if he can kill Voodoo Scooter. There might be enough damage. Sire and Ghost trade rail shots. Noah does eventually get Voodoo Scooter at the end. Ghost says, you know what? I'm going to pop Overclock for good measure. He finds two. Noah gets the final kill on Nitrous Oxide. And Ghost is not done. He wants on two.
Unfortunately, I don't think they would really push the ball too far. Mostly just because Nitrous Oxide can build match rush. And Bordy gets caught out. That's the mistake of going that far forward. That kind of just costed them trying to get that lead there. Granted, Ball State still has two ults up, but they do have the counter rush with Nitrous Oxide. Yep, there it goes. Yep, there's the match. Blue pops ult, trades coming out. You can't Ghost one. Trying to hunt down. Oh, big spear keeping him away from his team. They have to try and get that Curie. Yep, there goes. Was kind of wasted. 41. Nitrous Oxide gets him. Yep, there goes Sire's ult. He does get one. Looking for another. Alphabet eventually falls. Miami, though, only about two ults. And Ball State really only having Sound Barrier coming up. This is a very close push game so far.
Yeah, they use Kitsune Rush and Annihilation that fight compared to, I believe, Overclock, Kitsune Rush, and Terror Surge from Miami. So they actually used 3 ults for that fight. And Ada already has his beat, and Bordy should have his copy by the end of this fight. So Ball State can look to take this a little more aggressively, and they were able to stop him before half. And Sire gets hit by the Vortex, almost falls. Peter Scooter as well, going down to 1 health. This could be a really good moment to try to engage the Sound Barrier, but they don't need it.
Nice shot.
Alphabet able to find the final blow onto Sire. And now Nitrous Oxide trying to get Voodoo Scooter back in the fight, but there's just too much damage from this Ball State team. Nitrous Oxide and Alfonso, they can't keep up with it. Noah able to kill on. Nitrous Oxide's trapped on Cart. Now Alfonso's next to die, and Voodoo Scooter trapped the Vortex falls next. And
we will
crucially, Ball State did not let them get past the halfway mark in the first point, so they're all going to get far spawn.
Yep, and also on another note, this is going to be a very important fight coming up here. Lots of ults from Miami, lots of ults from Ball State. This is probably the most important fight of this entire map.
And there it is. There is the close spawns there for Ball State. They're going to see if they can get some push, but they know it's kind of an awkward spot. There's not a lot of corners to play. Voodoo Scooter trying to bring Mod Noah back on. Pops that Tectonic Shock. The Sound Barrier in response from Ada. Ada is now permanently living in the backline of Ball State. The Terror Surge comes out, doesn't find a lot. Nitrous Oxide Alphabet. 2 Kitsune Rushes now, and
one.
the copy as well. Nobody has died yet. There's just too much healing for the Kitsune Rushes. What is happening? Voodoo Scooter finally pops his Terror Surge. Alphabet dies because of it. 45 to trade on, but Noah is dead. No more tank player for Ball State.
Sire
Bordy's
falls,
looking
though.
for trades, but I just don't think there's anything else they can do. Ghost now dies. In 1:16 left, Ball State have to find something.
This is going to be very close here. Alfonso has the Sound Barrier for Noah's ult. You can't Ghost has ult. If Sire can build it, this is going to be a very even fight here. This is a very important fight for Ball.
Okay, all of Ball State there did get the close spawn, so maybe they want to take this fight a little quicker because there's only 55 seconds left on the clock here. And here's the thing, Voodoo Scooter, he knows he can play it patient. He knows that Ball State has to walk into them. He can back up. He can kite. He doesn't have to force anything.
Annihilation probably coming out here soon.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Surprisingly, Alfonso doesn't pop beat for it. That's very interesting.
I think maybe he wants to just save beat for last fight. Maybe that's what it is, you think?
Yeah, because they won't get close spawn though. So it's very interesting that they decide to save it. They're gonna try to force them into a close fight. I don't know if they can touch. They do have on maybe. This is gonna be really close. Why is Ball State stopping pushing the point?
I don't know. I don't know if there was contact. Oh, that's why.
Oh, that
Sire
was
pops
massive.
Overclock and kills 40. Otto almost dies to it too.
Sire's so low though. If they can get another point up here. Oh, but Noah's falling super low too. Noah falls, and that's the map.
Wow.
What well played there from. Honestly, I thought Alfonso would pop at that fight before, but saving that kind of saved them.
Yeah, the Sound Barrier. I mean, it makes sense. You've got to save it for last fight. It's gonna be the most crucial one. Noah here getting to play the game, but in the end, Ball State just not able to find what they needed to. Maybe it was just that ramp swap came out a
Honestly,
little too late.
I didn't expect that long flank from On and nitrous oxide. I was surprised there. I was surprised when they even got a pick there because I thought it would be a full confrontational fight immediately right there. Both the overclocks coming out. Whoever finds that first pick pretty much wins that map. I was not expecting On to find a pick on the flank that quick, along with Sire there. Very, very good map from both teams.
And I'm assuming that we're going to have another sub swapping here. So I'm going to throw it to a break this time. So we're not sitting here yapping for 20 minutes straight while they figure out the different things. But it's been very close so far. That was our first close map. Ball State
Yes.
rolled the first one, Miami rolled the second one, and Miami barely won that third one there. So we're going to be 2-1 Miami heading into the fourth map. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes with that fourth map, but we will see you guys then. I will see you guys right now because All right. Welcome everybody back. We're about to kick off with map 4 of this Ball State versus Miami, and it's Dorado. Ball State banning Kiriko.
Miami banning Winston. Very interesting, and it kind of makes sense, all things considered. Mostly because Puda Scooter is a very good diva player. It is probably, in my opinion, his second best tank.
Yes, of course. Excuse me. I think Ball State, with that carry ban, wanted to force an on a break monkey situation. Miami then turned right around and said, "No, no, no, no monkey for you."
You
and
get to play
then banned
diva
it.
now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because I mean, the options now are diva. Hazard's not very good right now in the current state of the game, so we will probably be seeing the diva in this game. And of course, Miami needs one more map win to take it, and they'll be going to grand finals, or no, winners finals, I believe, which start tomorrow.
Yes,
And
which is correct.
so whoever loses the game still has another match to play, which means we'll still be here for another
Yes,
2
sir.
hours.
Yes, sir.
So, and like we said, here it is. We got the diva. Interesting comp though from Miami. We got nitrous oxide on the Baptiste Alfonso and the Lucio.
That is
It's
interesting. Yeah.
I don't think Sire will stay on Hanzo, but on might stay on the Reaper.
I think what will happen is Sire will look for maybe one headshot out of the gate. If he can't find it, just hop
Or
back in and switch it up.
or a sonar to the top building.
Exactly, yeah.
See the sights maybe. 40 on that tracer. We saw he was really good with it in previous games. You can't ghost. I expect is a pretty nice Ash player. Don't know much about Droid's Diva, but we will see. And Pooter Scooter, it was a bait.
Interesting. He made all of us. They're still playing the Zarya Reaper. Oh, because now he's playing Zarya into Diva. I mean, this is so evil. This is so
wow.
evil. We actually
This is
can't catch a break.
This is brainwaves.
I mean, this is also, once again, last time it was we played Monkey.
We thought we were playing chess, but we're playing checkers.
And Sire's already killed Alphabet.
That is an insane pick. On going to the high ground, getting bubbled. Unfortunately, very nice there from Droid doing what a Diva's supposed to do, eating all that damage. 40 though falls to Alfonso. Yeah, I guess you guys thought we were playing checkers. And decided like, now we're playing 40 chess.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Unfortunately, Droid here is a little trapped. Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Droid. That was actually so smart from Miami, using the bait there by being like, we'll play the Diva mirror and then go Zarya.
And yeah, just like that, Miami don't even have a fight. They literally just won in the pre-fight, and they capped first point.
Droid going to Hazard, which I remember from regular season. He's not a bad Hazard player at all. He's really good at that character.
Yeah, so this might be a comfort pick now for Droid. Now, but also swapping off of that on and swapping onto a BAP, which I know he really loves to play as well.
And now we have a little bit of a similar comp here. Granted, the Reaper is going to be an issue for Droid, considering they did lower his blocking. And there is Sire with the bullet, but he does get knocked down by Ottawa. I said Ottawa.
I mean, he is from
Ottawa.
Canada, to be fair.
Otta. Oh, I can't even pronounce his name anymore. But luckily, even though Sire fell so early, the point is only at the beginning of point 2. So it's not that bad of a thing. Unfortunately, Budaskura goes down. Nuda, you can't ghost. Very good picks there. Reset coming in from Miami. Ults coming in for both teams.
And
gonna be much interesting.
Don't forget, this Ashe did get that damage range buff, so that's why we're seeing her over the Sojourn a lot of times in these comps. Simply because her damage from that 30 to 40 meter range got heavily increased, and it actually shows. Like, you can feel it when you're playing the game. You think like, oh, an Ashe just hit me. Oh, that's a lot more than it used to be.
What a bubble.
Yeah, that's instant 40 charge from Pooter Scooter. The bomb, though, comes out from Ghost and knocks Pooter Scooter off the map, and Bordy's able to track him down.
RKO from the top ropes.
And it's a pause.
We got a tech issue.
That's interesting.
Don't know what really happened there. Apparently, there's been another tech issue earlier that we had to fix, at least for them in the main building. But like we said, that Bob was really well placed from You Can't Ghost. Really kind of screwed Pooter very hard. It was very bad for him. And unfortunately, now we are at a point on the map where, unfortunately, running the Zarya with no mobility is going to hurt a lot. because getting on that high ground where they're contesting and holding it so hard, they really just either have to brute force their way up the high ground using ults or bunker on the payload, get it around the corner. They can contain it. And now we are back into the similar situation. Pudo's Scooter respawning. That was an ult there from it. You can't ghost. Nitrous Oxide does have his window. Don't really know where he'll want to pop it. Ball State is playing
awkward here,
a very awkward comp for him to. Oh, wing ult coming out. Full bubble. Big Immor there from Nitrous Oxide, keeping nearly all of his team alive. But unfortunately, the wall was beautifully placed. Honestly, it does feel like Ball is just popping ults and Miami's just okay.
It's kind of the same thing we saw Miami do to us at Saravasa, where they kind of just kept their tempo up really, really quick and just outpaced Ball State. And now Ball State kind of doing the same thing here to Miami that they were doing to Ball State just not too long ago. And I feel like now Ball State, a lot of them, every single one of them is on a comfort pick now. As Alphabet pops that defense matrix from the top row. Miami thought they could take space, but not when you have an Ashe and a Baptiste raining down damage from the top row. And I mean, instantly melted through Sire, and Hooters is going to fall next to a headshot as well.
Unfortunately, this is a very good strategy here from Ball State. However, the reason I say unfortunately is if they don't charge ults quick enough, the ones who have popped them, then they'll be at an ult deficit very quickly by doing this every 30 seconds. So they have to be very careful. And we see Miami has 4 ults. Nitrous Oxide, instead of the BAP, goes onto the Ana, which honestly isn't a bad pick, all things considered. It is probably his best character. We'll see what this side do. He's going to get knocked off the high ground immediately. Oh!
That good layup from Alphabet! Able to keep the Tracer alive, the downpour.
Droid is one though. Droid gets traded and they miss the pulse bomb. This is still an even fight here. On gets off and goes on to beautiful pick there, but a counter pick.
That's a good trade.
On goes onto the Tracer himself, realizing he can't do much work on the Reaper in this situation. Too many squishies, and now Pudosu is going to claim this high ground for free. Bob is almost up.
Oh, Ghost barely lives so much.
What an ante!
Yeah, but like I don't think any value can get found off it. No, it's a great nade, but there's no value. There's no follow-up because they're just the timing was just a little.
Bob goes off. Don't really know where it is. On this right side, bullying You Can't Ghost a little bit. Unfortunately, Sire gets caught out by that, but I think Sire did manage to get Otta at the beginning there, and he had ult. That's actually a pretty big pick there.
Okay, so now we see on
a little bit of a
he's
flanky.
looking for some sneakies. As Bordy spots him out, and I know Bordy wants to fight this, or he's just gonna force him off.
Yeah, Bordy grabbed the health pack early.
Return to his team.
We got the health pack early, so there's nothing to do. Booster goes on to the D.Va, which honestly is a better pick here because they can't really get this high ground really a lot. The ult comes out from Otta, not really finding anyone, but Nitrous Oxide is one because of Bordy. This is like coordinated dive here from Droid and Bordy is going really well. Alphabet has another window built, and really there's only Otta getting on. And really it's only Sire with ult, but Nitrous Oxide does have that Nano, which Nano is probably one of the biggest like team fight winning ults.
And Nano could be very, very massive here. And also Sire, he has that bullet shot, so he's got to find something for it. But look at that Baptiste, Alphabet. He's got that defense matrix once again, which is so good at securing this high ground and making sure Miami aren't able to walk up. Because of that, Miami actually has to try to rotate to this right side, and they just trap him down in their Pooter Scooter. Instantly gets demech. They might even be looking to stagger him a little bit. They are going to stagger him, and just that little bit is all they need, because Pooter Scooter is not going to be anywhere near in time for this last fight. And Bordy just one clips on. He was just trying to touch the payload, Bordy. You didn't have to do him to that.
That was a very good hold from Ball State. Unfortunately, like the Zarya, once Droid switched onto the Hazard, the mistakes on the Zarya on this very high ground focus map, it was a very good plan at the start, but once Ball State managed to switch around it, it didn't really work out near the end there. They have to be very careful with what they do now.
Yeah, and I think that was just really good adaptation there from Ball State. You know, they saw that D.Va wasn't working, they saw the auto wasn't working, and they went back to the drawing board. They instantly thought of this Hazard BAP Lucio comp, or sorry, Hazard BAP Ring comp that we really haven't seen ever. If I'm trying to think back in recollection, and it just worked. We put all 5 of our guys on a really good comfort pick. Ghost, comfortable in any hit scan, of course, being the hit scan player. Bordy, of course, his best players at Tracer, Droid, loves the Hazard. Alphabet and Ada, they love Baptiste and Wu Ying respectively. They all just went to their most comfortable hero and just really started to succeed all individually.
See, once again, the same pretty much comp there we had them there, but we do have Nitrous Oxide on the Ana and the standard Brig comp. Gonna be interesting here, but you can't Ghost. I don't know if they're gonna stick with that. That'd be an interesting comp. It would definitely like ruin Puda's a little bit because Hack on a D.Va is very strong.
Let me say, it makes sense because on attacking first point, where are you going to set up your Ashe? There's really no intuitive spot to set up your Ashe to really get some shots off, to really get some high ground shots off. And I think he's just going to look for a shot on the Widow. Can't find anything. I think he's going to go back to Sombra right now.
Yeah, I'm guessing Puda's Scooter called that out. They all hit around the corner.
But it did create a little bit of space for this Ball State team. The nade completely misses. Oh, sorry, hits Droid actually. Ooh, he barely lives. Well, I mean, barely, like actually barely skin of his teeth. But Alphabet
finds Alphabet. Very nice there. Droid really low. They're trying to force out Bordy from that backline. They do pop the recall.
Oh, Pooter Scooter got walled off. It's a huge wall from Droid. And because of that, Pooter Scooter actually gets demeched. And if Ball State are able to hunt down this baby D.Va, they can really start running through this first point and do to Miami what they just did to them. As I'm really caught out here. He's 2v1ing without recall, not able to live. And
Pooter Scooter does have the mech back. Yeah. He does get it back. Unfortunately, that did cost On's life. Sire one tap due to you can't Ghost. There's not really much pressure they can put onto this.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult.
Really low.
Tracer can come back quickly, but he's still not there. The nade was just used to heal. Ada able to kill Nitrous Oxide. Sire already has that bullet, but he's at 21 health. He's going to fall next. Droid, where did that wall go? That wall glitched through the space-time continuum.
Defense matrix.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm blind then. He uses that slash to get up to this high ground. And not only did they cap first, but Droid has cemented himself on that high ground and taken a lot of space here.
I honestly wouldn't be upset with a Reaper switch back on the Reaper on the defense. Just to put more pressure, because it definitely feels like Droid doesn't really feel like he's getting challenged at all.
Yeah, the Hazard, he's so good at playing his timings with it and knowing when to use his wall effectively. As you see in that one fight where he was able to demech Pooter Scooter, he saved his wall for so long, waiting for the perfect opportunity, and the bullet comes out. It doesn't kill anybody, but Sire is able to kill Ada in the end. But he's in the back line, but so low, barely able to live. And yeah, okay, so everybody lives. The only person that died in that fight was because that headshot by Sire. Yeah.
Unfortunately, 4 ults for Miami, 5 for Ball State. They're going to try doing the 5 ults dumping strategy. Nano comes out from Nitrous Oxide to force this out. The tide does come out from Bordy. Don't really know what's happening here. Droid really low. No more Immor from Alphabet. Start falling low. Beautiful pulse bomb. Voice crack, sorry. From onto Alphabet. That's 2. Now it's only 2 ults against 4. That's 4 really good ults.
Yeah, but can Droid live here is the question. He's just trying to live with everything he has. The downport connects. It hit the Ana. It hits the Ana in the
beautiful Brig ult to save the Ana.
It forces Alfonso.
And he gets Ana.
Wow. Good stuff there from the support backline of Miami. Able to live and kill Ana. Bordy has to get out with his life. And Bob, Pulse, and Window. Those are the only ults left now for Ball State.
Yeah. Honestly, that Bordy, if he can find a little bit of a pulse bomb onto Nitrous Oxide, this could be over very quickly.
Droid once again having to force Sire off of that off angle. Once he's done that, now Pooter Scooter goes for the engage. Alphabet forced to use that lamp already on, looking for some more
Nitrous
damage
Oxide's
on
caught out. Alfonso falls.
Alfonso falls.
Bomb comes out. Don't really know what the position of that was. But unfortunately, Nitrous Oxide and Alfonso fall. There's not much left for Miami. They don't really have anything besides Sire's ult here soon. And unfortunately, I got caught on the ledge. Very unfortunate. Droid gets him caught out. There's not much else left. Pooter could maybe stall. I don't really know if he fell already. But unfortunately, they do have another touch here.
Oh, the defense matrix comes out early.
Oh, he gets Alphabet! He gets Alphabet, and he gets You Can't Ghost! Droid gets Sire, but then Bordy gets the D-Mech onto Pooter Scooter. This is very close. They have to stay on this point.
Baby's down.
Nano comes out. What?
Oh, the C9! Miami C9s! Ball
He's not
State
on?
wins the map! Ball State now brings it to the 5th map because On left for a fraction of a second.
That didn't even look like he was off.
That's the second C9 we've seen all day. I don't know. It's so close.
It just. I don't know why, but I just feel like it's kind of a mistake on Blizzard's part, because that just doesn't look like C9 sometimes.
I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have to trust the game.
Well, yeah. There's not much you can do about it.
Good.
It
That's
happened.
a good point. It's a good point.
It happened.
We're gonna like rewrite the code or something. I don't even know.
And now, only
map.
type left. Hybrid.
Hybrid. Oh, King's Row Czar Reaper. Oh no.
King's Row.
It's your map pick
Czar
too.
Reaper.
It's your map pick.
I don't know if they want to pick.
Oh, they don't like mid row. You're right.
They don't like King's Row.
Okay, but like the other options would be Midtown or
Midtown, which literally has mid in its name.
Yeah, I forget what the other.
It's Blizzard World, I think.
Blizzard World, it is. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know what they want to do. That map was really close. They were doing such a good job on the defense. Sire nearly came back there, but Pooter Scooter getting demech that early. If they could have managed to get Nitrous to get the Nano onto Pooter Scooter before Pooter Scooter got demeched, changed everything. He would have just sat on top of point. On would know how to do what tracer things, go to the back line, maybe get Otta because he was so low. That would have changed everything because Ball State didn't really have any ults left at all, and Miami was coming up on 2 to 3. They had just popped 2 technically. So they were coming up on a few more. So this is a very close series, 2 to 2. All comes down to hybrid. Definitely a map type a lot of people don't really enjoy. So we will see what the map pick is for Miami. They're probably a little bit heartbroken about that last one, mostly because honestly, stuff like that. I don't know why sometimes like it's overtime or not. It wasn't even overtime.
Blizzard World. Miami picks Blizzard World.
Miami picks Blizzard World. Interesting. Granted, that is one they have scrimmed a lot. It is one they probably have a little bit more under their belt than Ball State. Don't really know exactly, but we will see what they decide to do. Czar is still open. Don't really know what about the what I don't really want to know what Team will do here.
Ball is good on Ball is pretty good on Blizzard World.
Might see the ball. We might see another sub.
So we might have another sub for Ball State, but we're not gonna throw to a break this time. Oh, they're not swapping? Okay, cool. So I'm wrong. We are gonna keep Jordan for this 5th and final map here in this stream. Which I'm trying to think what he might want to play here. The Winston on the table. Winston definitely on the table. He loves that pick. Of course, the Ram is always there for him. We definitely want to avoid the Czar Reaper stuff. Or we could just simply do what we did last map and just play the Hazard.
Miami bans Wuyong.
Wow.
Interesting.
I guess Otta's him. I guess Otta's Wuyang really threw you guys off. That's crazy.
I mean, Otta. Well, it's also just because we are not as comfortable with Wuyong comps, I don't think. Granted, we play them quite well, but it is not like our comfort.
I gotcha.
Currently, still. And also, it's gonna be honest. A lot of the time, the comps we want to play don't really involve him. And a lot of what happened last game was enabled because of Wuyong. Like the amount of times Droid was won and then that ult came out and there's just like nothing you can do about it. So we'll see what your guys' Ball State's ban is. Don't know.
I'm trying to think. I mean, so they banned Wuyong, so they banned a support. We can't ban a support. So I'm thinking
DPS is open to ban.
A Diva ban. Honestly, I'm thinking a Diva ban.
Ban. I mean, if it's Diva ban, then it'll go down to you guys will probably play Ram. Then you'll get run over by Czar. Czar still.
Yeah, Czar Reaper is still going to be good at Blizzard World, of course, and we have burnt both of those bans.
But I don't know if they want to pull out the Genji with Ramon. Genji isn't a bad pick on Blizzard World either.
No, Genji is pretty good, but Bordy has a really good Genji as well, don't forget. Like, I know On's Genji is good, but Bordy's is also really, really fantastic.
So we'll just have to wait for the ban from Ball State. We are...
Ban from Miami was what we're waiting for. Oh, you're right, ban from Ball State. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry. I am...
we are we are at our second best of 5. We've had a best of 5, best of 4, best of 5.
Close games.
I'll be here until 11.
Yeah.
Counting on it.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
It's been fun though. Yeah. Once again, the next match after this that you will see on this stream for Miami University will be the loser of this match against Akron, I believe. And then you will see, I think, one more stream as well on A side. Don't really know what stream's happening over. Oh, A's all done. We're the only stream.
Nice. I love
Never
that.
mind.
Yeah.
Ignore everything I said.
Yeah.
Besides the map, the stream's happening here. So everyone in Armstrong gets to see us now instead of Bonesaw.
Remember when I was like upset at myself for showing up late 5 million hours ago?
Yeah, 5 million. You showed up late 5 million hours ago at like 1:10, and then we didn't start until like 2:30.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Okay, we have Soj.
Ball band Soj.
Okay.
Very,
I mean,
very interesting because
Sire's 2 comfort picks are the Soj and the Freya, and I think Bordy is confident enough to go toe to toe on that
against the
Freya.
Freya.
Or Ghost with Sire. Both Ghost and Bordy have a really good
I
Freya.
will say, based on the games we played, it does seem that Ball is more fearful of Sire's Soj than Sire's Freya from what we've seen in the past 2 games. We saw Sire pop off with it on Servasa, and we saw him pop off on it with the was it Brunasapi, I believe?
Yes.
He played Soj really well there. They probably want to keep him off of it for this game, which we will see. But granted, there is another character that Sire has in his bag if he decides to pull it out.
Is it the Ashe?
Let you
Well, I'm
kind
of curious now. I'm kind of curious.
Character in his bag. And of course, Wu Yang Ban trying to keep them off. The overlay is mixed.
It's not mixed. Nope. Is it? Oh, yeah. Droid is a part of Miami now.
Apparently
guys.
now Droid is on Miami. Bordy is on Miami. Bordy is on Miami. And apparently all of Miami has transferred to Ball State.
Yep.
We have pulled the Baltimore Ravens.
All right, so my so nitrous oxide is actually my flex support now, not yours anymore, by the way.
Yeah,
if you didn't
apparently. Yeah, and here, yep, we see the what we expected. The Freya at least on defense, the Freya, Reaper, Czar, but then over on the side of Ball State, we have You Can't Ghost on the McCree. Interesting. Bordy on the Symmetra. Don't know if they'll want to stay it going into a Czar. We'll see. I mean, there isn't really anything Symmetra super powerful into on the side of Ball State besides just being an overall tank destroyer and droid on the Ram. And of course, Ada on the Lucio and Alphabet on the. Whoa, interesting.
Okay, they're pulling out some strats here that I've never seen them do before.
Strategy of going left, and we see Miami fighting them here on this left side. They are a little bit slow though. They have to be very careful. Alfonso maybe get caught out. They do go to the high ground.
Take the high ground.
Very nice play there from Ball State, but luckily Miami all still alive, rotating onto the full rotate around, and they heard them.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Bubble. Oh, Sire has to back up there. Oh goodness, Bordy was so low.
Oh, Droid's low as well. How is he still living? Pooter Scooter actually is already fallen, though I missed it.
You shouldn't have peeked that there.
And Undyne as well. Bordy barely lives TPing in. Goes in with kill Sire. Oxide does find a trade, but I don't think it matters.
They're very unfortunate there. 2 of them were so low there for an instant. Honestly, if Onwin had peeked until he had Wraith up just a second later, he would have lived that and maybe found another one. It was just so unfortunate. But here, yeah, we see here, hopefully Miami can readjust here, which I believe they can do, because I mean, it wasn't all that much of a one-sided fight just there. There was a little bit of trades. Oh no!
Wow!
Pooter just gets run down, but they do get the trade on the Bordy.
But that's a really favorable trade for Ball State.
That is true. Unfortunately, Miami will have to back up. Granted, they aren't pushing the payload as fast. They only have about 2 to 1 on it at a time.
Yeah, I think Ball State, what they did there was really, really good. It countered that Zara Reaper strategy. The Reaper TP'd in, he got bubbled. Alphabet simply threw a lamp down at their feet, and Droid and Bordy just walked at the back, just walked at Pooter Scooter. Pooter Scooter didn't have the support because they were so focused on keeping On alive that Pooter Scooter just fell over. That was really well played there from Ball State. I think they finally found how to counter this. On barely lives!
My goodness. Pooter Scooter falls though because Bordy's just doing so much damage to him. The window comes up from Alphabet, and unfortunately On falls to You Can't Ghost. I mean, really has to adjust here. They have ults coming up. Sire popped the bola, but there's not much more popped there. Pooter Scooter doesn't really have grab popped up yet. Don't know if they want to touch. They do get the touch off with the Reaper.
Okay, Kitsune Rush
Nitrous Oxide comes out. Oh, Sire falls, but You Can't Ghost falls as well. What a blossom, but the bead comes out. It is a 3v3, but Pooter Scooter is gone. And then there it is. Alfonso doesn't have, but On's just trying to live. On's just trying to survive, and he's surviving. He killed Droid through it.
That is insane how broken Reaper is with the lifesteal, with the care.
Oh my god!
I mean, that can't be a real hero. That's insane.
Granted, he did have Nitrous Oxide on the Kyrie on him the entire time.
The lifesteal he gets, though, is insane.
And that is ridiculous. And is On going to switch off? He's switching to the Venture.
Okay.
That's honestly not a bad thing.
No, it's not at all, yeah. Because now it's also something still very, very bubbleable, and Ball State have really found out how to play around that Zara Reaper guy they're doing. The symbol, though, comes out really early from Bordy. On has to get out of there. Nitrous Oxide gets his Suzu forced. Pooter Scooter now just walking
Huge
out.
pick.
Bordy
Alfonso
is able to
gets
kill
knocked
him.
down, though. Can Pooter find the Lucio? He finds him as well. He finds the McCree. Pooter's on payload. Just putting in all of the work. Can he get Droid as well? Nitrous Oxide's caught out a little bit. He TP's out. They have to get this Baptiste off height. Doing so much. Yep, there is Pooter. Needs to back up. Beautiful! Beautiful stag from Pooter Scooter on the Alphabet. With that, Miami has stabilized it. They have ult economy back up. And it is looking quite better for them.
Yeah, but Alphabet, he once again has that defense matrix online. Of course, said Sire has that bullet shot, and Alfonso with the sound barrier. Wow, Nitrous Oxide 99 to his next Kitsune Rush. So yeah, as you said, Ball State so far down ult economy. I'm curious how they're going to approach this fight.
Ana falling low already. Look at that.
Yeah.
But On gets called out by the
great stuff
McCree.
from Ghost.
I don't know what Miami's going to do here without On to really cause some destabilization.
The bullet shot comes out.
Not really finding anyone, unfortunately. Rush goes out, but unfortunately the window kind of cancels most of it. They can't really peek all too much there because they don't want to get picked out. But yep, On going for the touch. Sire does fall to the McCree though. The bead comes out. Alphabet falls. Oh, Droid falling really low. Bordy falls. Alfonso does fall as well. It's just the McCree. And he tries challenging, and they get it. Pooter Scooter is coming up on the grab. On also is close to his ult as well. There is 2 ults coming up for Ball State as well. This is still very close.
Yeah, it was a 3-out fight there from Miami. And I think what happened there is Alphabet just really got caught out. He was trying to keep up Droid using that defense matrix, but he was just so far up. Got his lamp force so quickly, it just simply couldn't live, even though On was already dead.
Yep,
So
big grab coming out. Hits, yep, instantly there. 4 dead, 4 caught, 4 dead. That is the power of grab into when they have really nothing to counter. He wanted to get out before Otta got his sound barrier. But now Miami's at an ult deficit. Yeah. That's the only issue.
Yeah, they only have 1 ult, and it's just a tectonic shock. But look at this, they're playing it sneaky. Do Ball State know? No, they don't. Can they live? Nitrous Oxide barely lives. He has to Suzu himself. Droid able to kill Oxide. Sire kills Ghost. Droid finds Pooter Scooter as well, though. This strategy is not paying off for Miami, as they are all dead now except for Sire. They're even going to stagger him a little bit.
I realized why they did that, though. I realized why they did it. Because now they get another touch as a group while forcing out the sound barrier. Now it's only Droid's ult they have to deal with. And Sire and On both have ults. On will touch. Probably look for an ult here. Gets caught out a little bit. Forces. Oh, he got caught out. That's really unfortunate. On falls. That's not a lot.
No more Suzu. The bullet shot comes out.
They do get a pick, but unfortunately Pooter falls as well. That's probably going to be a cat there from Ball State. Very nice from Ball State. They capped that just barely before overtime. I will say, wonderful hold for Miami on second.
And Alphabet now has swapped over to that Kiriko. He's just helping Droid and Porty mow down these final kills. They get a nice dagger on a Nitrous Oxide. They can even find one onto On as well. So that's going to give them even more time to push this payload while Miami's team is not at full strength.
Unfortunately, On and going in there a little too deep with that ult. Couldn't really get any value with it. He died before he could really get shot off. He probably should have drilled backwards, stayed behind his tank, and just threw it on payload because there was so many people there. But we do see here, Puda Scooter only 46% of that grab. There's no real charge. That's both. He's rushed from both, but Puda doesn't have any.
So much damage from
Sire
the side
does
of
get
Ball
Bordy.
State.
There is a trade. Unfortunately, I don't think Nitrous Oxide can do much. Beautiful shots from Ada. There's going to be another touch here from Miami. Probably, maybe two more if they get some.
Yeah, but all they have, look, all they
Ball
have
State-
is Bola Shot, and they're close to Sound Barrier, but Otto's also close to it, and Ball State have 3 really good ults here. They can open the fight with Wall, Noon mid-fight, and then when that fight since closing station, they can pop the Annihilation to really secure this point. There it is, just as I said, that
Pooter's
Symbol
getting
comes out
run
first,
over.
and Pooter Scooter just instantly falls over. Droid is in that Nemesis form. He got one, he's looking for more. He's able to kill Sire as well. Ghost pops that Deadeye. The Sound Barrier doesn't come out in time.
5.3, they
Droid also
pulled
able to
that.
get the Annihilation. This is not Ball State versus Miami. This is Droid versus Miami, and I like those odds. And with 3-0 now, 5.3 seconds remaining, Ball State's able to get the full cap.
Very nice there from both teams. Miami put on quite a good hold on second.
I will
say
was
they held for
impressive, yeah.
about 5 minutes. Only having the enemy team cap with pi 0.3 is very good, especially on a map where Miami's actually not good at defending.
Yeah.
Miami is not a very defense-sided team. I believe it's similar to Ball State, though. So we will see what both teams decide to do on the offense. Ball State doing that very well. It would have been a little bit tough if Ball State getting those 5.3 seconds helped them a lot. Because if Miami would have get more than 5.3 seconds, it would have been really rough.
Yeah, because since it's a hybrid, there's all those weird overtime rules with, you know, what gives you a drawable situation and what doesn't. It's also weird.
It was very lucky that Miami's Alfonso didn't have Sound Barrier up. He was 2% away and then died. If you would have gotten it off, kept on point for another 6 seconds, you guys got 0. And but then if Miami capped with above a minute, it's either win or draw for Miami. But now we have to push full. See how Miami can do it. They are going for a little bit of the Ana Brig dive.
So you were talking about this. You talked about this Ana Brig. Oh, whoa! They
full swap from everyone.
That's crazy. I don't know if they're baiting us. They can't bait Ball State because you can't really see what they're doing. So I think they're just poking fun of me and you, Xander.
Yeah, maybe.
As
of course, On looking for a little bit of a jump up. Can't Ghost forced off the high ground. Very good there. They have to play very safe here. Wow, Ball State being really aggressive. Ottoman didn't find On, but Bordy falls down. That's not good at all for Ball State. They have such a longer spawn. If they can find another counter pick here on the side of Miami, they can get something really aggressive here. On coming back on the venture, not really high charge at all. Yep, they managed to get point control a little bit.
Yeah, Ball State, because of that trade, forced to fall all the way back, lose all of the space, but Miami has to be careful about not overextending because there's a lot of good cover and a lot of good angles that Ball State can play in this area of the map. And Alfonso, he gets a little bit caught out, but he's able to wall ride around and get back to safety. Now Droid using his turn, using those cooldowns to see what space he can take back. On, stuck underground. That burrow's a huge bullet shot. I think it connects to either 4 or 5. 40 TPs himself to the high ground, gets a really nice off angle, and really forces Miami back and back and back.
I didn't notice this, but Miami already has a tick.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
So they only go, and look at what Miami just did. They caught 2.
Yeah, really good trades there from On and Nitrous Oxide. Once again, that'll force Ball State, the 3 remaining players, that's Droid, Bordy, and Ada, to fall back to this choke point now.
They're gonna, look at Miami going real quick, trying to get there, get another tick before that Sire. Like I said, there's the stuff in the bag he still had. Free.
As now here we go, Droid gets really caught out here, but no on! Falls to the Deadeye from you can't see goes! The Kitsune Rush does come out, but isn't enough!
Otto gets caught out, but Poodle Scooter also gets caught out by Droid. This is not an even fight, unfortunately. Bordy gets Nitrous Oxide. They lose it. Unfortunately, On dying so quick every fight without getting much potential on this venture. I don't really know if they want to stick with it or they want to try going back to the Reaper.
Yeah, I think Ball State, they've really found out how to play around this area now, and it's don't let Miami control the pace. It's play at the pace that you want to. Make them play your game, not the other way around. The pause comes out right as On makes that switch over to the Reaper.
In my mind, apparently.
And it's a tech pause, I assume. Maybe some more mic issues. Whatever it may be. Hopefully it's no longer than like 45 seconds.
Yeah, it should be longer than that. Yeah, once again, Miami could definitely still full cap here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit difficult, already 2 minutes down. Ball State doing very well, only losing 1 or 2 each fight. And unfortunately, Pooter Scooter is just getting melted down so quick. Doing so good of targeting him down. And unfortunately, On really dying first each fight there on the Venture causes a lot of problems. So I will say the Reaper switch on offense here, it might just be better.
Yeah.
All things considered.
And I think, and remember, Miami really dominated that second point of Blizzard World. And of course, you could say it depends whether you're on attack or defense. But if Miami are able to now get this cap, show that same domination on second point, they'll have probably around the same amount of time bank that Ball State did have going into that third point. Yeah. So this is not over for Miami at all. There's still a lot they can do. And that Reaper swap is going to catch Ball State off guard. And if they can use that split second that Ball State has to change their plan, if they can catch them, quick off their feet, catch them in thought process, they might be able to find something with the TP Bubble Reaper.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. It's going to be very interesting, though. Honestly, it wouldn't be that much of a issue, but they kind of got steamrolled on third.
Yeah.
I'm trying to still wrap my head around why. Besides just alt management was a little bit weird.
So Nitrous Oxide and On got caught out trying to rotate spawns. And then, that allowed them to get all the way halfway there. And then instantly Bordy opened up with a Symbol, Ghost opened up with a Deadeye, and then Annihilation as well from Droid. It was just an alt eco thing, I think.
See what decides to happen. Don't really know what the heck it's about.
Oh, I should also mention, I keep calling it Symbol. I have this inside joke with a friend where I like to try to call alts by their proper name. So not calling it like Diva Bomb Self-Destruct and stuff like that. I need to remember to call it Photon Barrier. But nobody knows what that is. So I feel like if I say that, everyone's gonna be like,
it's Semwall at this point. It's like we call it Primal and not Primal Rage.
It's funny, my coach in one of the group chats we're in together, he literally sent a message. Yo, Lucas has called BAP window defense matrix 5 times on stream now, and he's making fun of me for it. I just call it by it's legal name,
Defense matrix is the name of the eat from Diva.
Oh, you're right. It's amplification matrix. Oh my gosh.
You've been saying it wrong.
I've been saying that wrong the entire
series.
Day. Oh no.
You kept saying, I'm just like, there's no Diva on the screen. What?
You can't escape.
The past 6 hours?
Yeah, and we're back in on that Reaper once again. You can't Ghost. He's on that McCree.
Didn't find a lot out of it though. Ghost actually
finds Alfonso.
Finds the kill on Alfonso. Wow.
Sire finds 40 though before going down, but unfortunately the rest of the team kind of just falls. Team kill. 1 minute left for Miami. They got to make something work here. Don't really have a lot built up. They do have grab, which it's smart of Ball State to be playing so separated.
Yeah, but even if they get a good grab, look, Annihilation. You have Wall, and you have Deadeye and Soundbear coming up on as well. Ball State are going to have 4 ults by the time this fight is over compared to Miami's 3, maybe a 4th if this fight goes really, really long and Nitrous Oxide's able to charge up that Kitsune Rush. This is going to be hard for Miami. They have to play this very, very perfectly. And the grab, it's a big grab.
Huge.
It actually is a big grab. It kills 2. It kills 3.
It kills
actually.
4.
Oh my gosh, the grab is so nasty.
5% before Otta got ult.
Pooter! I mean, he just ran at our team.
I mean, your whole team also kind of just grouped up as one.
Yeah.
The Grav got 3, and he just killed the 4.
All
Yeah,
right.
so here we go. We're on to that second point. You guys, granted, you guys still have 4 ults. Nearly 5. We'll see what people can do. Sire does have that Deadeye. Granted, it doesn't really seem much. Wow, instantly almost dead on the side of On.
Yeah, and what I'm curious about is, can Miami show that same amount of domination they did earlier? The Deadeye gets instantly popped from Ghost. He's looking for something. He actually is
Sire.
able to kill
Wow.
Sire. Pooter Scooter now has to back his way up, even needing that protection Suzu to actually live there. And just that one kill on the Sire gives
Sire
Ball
also
State
caught time, yeah.
all the room in the world. Yeah, but Ball State, 4 ults to their name still.
Yep, there it is. Kishiroshi coming out. Kishiroshi comes out from Nitrous Oxide 2, but it's late.
Pooter Scooter dies too quickly for the Kitsune rush to matter. Nitrous Oxide gets killed by Ghost. Bordy gets killed by, or Bordy kills Ofanto, excuse me. And Ball State, once again, they use one ult, win a fight. They used another ult, win a fight. They are playing this eco really, really well. Especially, it's even better considering Nitrous Oxide also burnt his Kitsune rush.
I'm gonna be very interested here. Wall does, Matrix, or not Matrix, Wall does come out from Sem. Let's see what they can do. There it is. Beat comes out from Ada. That was an overcommitment from Ball State,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
100%. I don't think we needed that sound barrier, as that annihilation was definitely enough. But once again, this is a common case of Ball State is playing at their own pace. They're not letting Miami do what they want to them anymore. They are the ones in charge, and Droid is playing a nasty TP angle with 40. They're hunting down Ofanzo. I don't think they can get him. They don't. On actually finds 2 with the Blossom.
Finds a third.
He finds a third. On is able to get him in the end. But like you said with Miami, look where that cart push is, though. They've gotten essentially no space, and there's still only 43 seconds left.
Yeah, and let's also just realize that Ball State, unfortunately, has 0 ults and only Castiel coming up. And if we remember what Pooter Scooter did and played aggressively here, if he gets a big grab off, gets 4, then this fight here is pretty much as good as done.
Yeah, but
Big TP coming back. Soundbarrier comes out from Miami, but On really doesn't have anything. They're just pushing it.
Yeah, Ball State has effectively flipped the map. They're completely on this flank, and On is really caught out here. He's forced to raid the way the fake TP comes out from Bordy. That takes a lot of the attention from
Grab
Ball
onto
State.
the Kiri, gets 2, both supports down!
Oh my gosh, no more supports for Ball State. Bordy is not going to be able to
And then
live.
the high jump gets
popping
used.
Deadeye. Not going to find anything. Now the overtime is clicking down, but I don't think it matters because Ball State don't have anybody left, and here we go. 5.3 seconds on the clock for Ball State, a minute 26 on the clock for Miami. What can they do? Can they get there in a minute and 20 seconds?
It's going to be difficult, but if they manage a combo, if On can get his Death Blossom in this next fight, and if Alfonso can build up his ult quick enough, this could be good. Droid is really close to that annihilation, though, which is the very scary part here for Miami. If they're looking at it, yep, there it is, rushing down that team. Very good kite from Ball State. Sire gonna have his ult here, probably gonna look for it. Unfortunately, he's gonna get jumped, I think. He might be saving it for Droid, in all honesty.
Oh, On gets caught out. Can he live?
Oh yeah, he can get out right there.
That was super close. Sire pops it.
He does get 40! And then he gets Droid down! Sire!
Ball State,
and that's
Ana,
a 4th!
Ana is able to find a trade on the Sire, but Ball State, they die super quickly. They have time to reset. They have Annihilation, they have Photon Barrier, and they're closer to that Sound Barrier. All Miami have for this last fight is Death Blossom. If Ball State are able to use these ults right, this could definitely still be very winnable for them.
Yes. This is very winnable with both teams. This is very close.
Here we go.
Really low.
Pooter Scooter's 1 health. The Suzu's forced instantly. The Photon Barrier comes out. The Death Blossom gets booped away by Ana. Pooter Scooter still doesn't have any
Annihilation.
Pooter
has
Scooter's
nothing.
health 4. He's done. He's out. Who can live now? Nitrous Oxide can't. Alfonso can't. Sire can't. Once again, Droid finds 3, and Miami not able to do it in the end. Ball State pull it off on the 5th map. They're moving on to the winners finals tomorrow.
Very nice from both Ball State and Miami. Ball State just barely pulling ahead due to Droid having that ult so quick. And unfortunately, it also came down to ult charge from the Lucio, and also Pooter Scooter kind of being out of position. And maybe that Death Blossom coming out a little too early. Maybe if he walked forward just a little bit more,